Are you struggling with what KPIs to track on your promoted pins? If you are and you need a little bit of help setting up your promoted pins dashboard, then today's quick video is for you. I'm going to show you how I do this in two different ways, how we set up the reports inside of the Pinterest ads dashboard to automatically run. Who doesn't love automation? And how we set up our client reporting dashboard and what KPIs we track. So if you're interested in that, then stick around because this is the video for you. A lot of people aren't sure what KPIs they should be tracking with their ads. Now this is going to be vastly different from advertiser to advertiser, so depending on your business, your model, your goals, and ultimately what you are promoting, then that is going to determine how you track your KPIs and what event codes that you should install. Now, just right up front, if you are wondering what event codes you should install, in my opinion, you should install every one of them that is relevant to your business. I even, in my digital product business, use add to cart event codes because I have control over my website. So I even encourage clients to install add to cart, checkout, sign up. If you want to use the lead event code, you can also do that. However, I prefer signups. Whatever event codes are firing inside of your ads manager is what your conversion campaigns are going to be able to optimize on. And then that'll be whatever you set up in your dashboard. So install your base code on all of your relevant websites and install your event codes on all of the relevant pages. And just let them all collect data. It doesn't matter if you're not planning on using them right now, but it is great for when you do want to use them. You can create an audience, let it populate in your audience manager, and then you can use them in your ads and your optimizations. I like to keep things like add to carts in my back pocket for optimization strategies because I have found that those, when I'm doing reporting for clients, a lot of people are adding things to their cart, but they're not actually following through with purchases. So I notice that when I'm doing reporting, which is why I'm bringing it up to you now. Why don't we dive into the computer and I can show you exactly how to set up your table for your promoted pins and how to set up custom reports. That way, if anyone on your team is needing that data, you can have it set up, or if you just want to manipulate the data in a spreadsheet, you have that available to you. So let's dive into the computer and I will show you what to do. But before we dive in, hi guys, I'm Heather Ferris and I run a Pinterest marketing agency and education company helping people just like you to make more money and grow their businesses using Pinterest. So if you're interested in that kind of content, welcome to the community. I'm here welcoming you with open arms. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. Okay, so this is the list of KPIs that we track for the majority of all of our clients in our agency. So these are probably pretty standard across the board, what you'll want to track. Of course, I don't add in things like add to carts or lead events in here, but this is the exact table I actually pulled from one of my clients' reporting spreadsheets. So this is everything that we report on for them. So I'm going to move this over and I'm going to hop into my ads manager and we are going to show you how to do this. So the first thing that we're going to actually set up is the report inside of your ads manager, like the table, because this is something that a lot of people get just really confused about. So in the tables here, you can actually see all the different tables that you can view. So these are all the standard tables that you automatically get when you have an ads account. And I prefer just to set up my own. So you can see there's a few different ones in here I've tested over the years. But what you have to do just from your base table, so let's actually just go over to overview. And you can see how this changes. And then what you're going to do is click the pencil icon and you're going to come in here and change all of these check marks from the different things that you actually want to track. So there's a few things in here that I don't like to track. So this is like the standard table you're going to get when you're in your ads manager. So in here, I actually come in and uncheck parent details and it's going to just do this. It's really annoying. It's going to click off. Just have to go back in. And we want the pin image, but we don't need the pin description. And we don't need, I don't even think I need to add for product or billing. And then we're going to hop over to schedule budgets and bids, and we're going to have add group budget, but not budget type, strategy type, and bid, and then start and end date time. And then we're going to have, we're going to go into overall performance, and these things in here, you can choose what you want to see and what you don't want to see. I like to see frequency because I want to see how often my pins are getting seen. Cost per result, I don't want to see that because we're going to look at that in a different place. And then in the overall performance, I think the rows pin clicks we can uncheck. And then we're going to go back and we're going to go to engagement and we're going to do link clicks. So it changed to outbound clicks. And then we want to see cost per click, and we also want to see saves. And then if you're doing videos, this is where you're going to do your engagement for your video pins. I'm not going to talk about that right now. We do a lot of checkout conversions, so you're going to go under the total tab, and you want to see total CPA for checkouts, the ROAS, the conversions, and the order value. The rest of this is just extra. I don't really care to see the view through or the click through information. Hit the back button, and we're going to go over to add to carts, click total, and then you're going to do CPA and conversions. You can do ROAS, but I don't really find that effective. I want to know the ROAS on the campaign checkouts. I don't really care about signups or add to carts. And then the signups is going to be the same as add to carts. So total, and then total CPA, total conversions. And if you use custom at all, if you use any of the custom events, which I do have a client that we use custom events for, I also add custom. I'm going to add it in this one just to show you, but I normally would not add it, but it would just be the same. Total CPA, total conversions. We use custom for some of our clients just to differentiate which products they're purchasing, if they're purchasing a membership versus a standard digital product. And then there's a couple other things in here that you can add. So other event codes that you can fire: page visit, lead, search, view, and then there's also unknown, which they added in here recently. There are a few other things in here like category view. If you have a Shopify store with lots of different categories, that may be something you want to add in. And then you can also look at, I like to look at engagement total because it puts all of this together. And then you can also look at engagement earned. A lot of people don't realize that pins, after they've been promoted, if they've been saved organically by other people on the internet, then you actually can earn sales. And this actually happened to me recently in this ads manager. I earned a sale through one of my ads. So that I haven't ran this ad lately, and I actually earned sales on it in like the last 30-ish days. It's fallen off now. It's probably been longer, but you actually earn sales, clicks, leads, all of that stuff from people who have organically like pinned your stuff. So that's actually pretty neat to see if you wanted to see that information. So this is how you set up your table, and then you're going to want to do one last thing. You want to click save for later and then name your table. So I normally name it like promoted pins or like custom conversions, something like that. Name it something that you know what it is. I always make this table default. Now I don't need to make this table again because I've already got a couple of them made, but I make it default. That way it just defaults to the table that I actually want to see. In this case, it's called HFC table. And you can see all of the information here. Now, the only downside to this is you can't drag and drop these columns. Whatever order they put them in is the order that you're going to have them in. Okay, so now we're going to talk about custom reporting. So you can actually set up custom reports to automatically run at whatever frequency you want them to be. I've never set them up in this account, but I do set them up in my client accounts. So I click custom report, and then you're going to want to name it. So you can do this, like if you have current ads running, you can actually set these up and add a filter where you can run the reports based on the campaign. So if you know the campaign ID, you can come and put the campaign ID in here, and it will actually pull that table in for you. So I can actually just show you really quick. Let's go back to my reporting. Let's just say I wanted to run a custom report on one of the campaigns that I tested. So this one right here. So this is the campaign ID number. You just copy that. You're going to drop it into your custom reports. So that ad was the webinar sales that I ran. So we're going to name it webinar sales conversion campaign. Name it something obvious that you know what it is. And then right here you can choose make it visible for me or the ad account. I always click make it visible for the ad account because I manage all of my clients' ads through my own account. And then you choose the level at which you want your reporting to be. Now, I like to set this up twice. I like to set it up from the campaign level to run monthly, and I like to set it up from the ad group level to run weekly. That way I can manipulate the data in a spreadsheet and not have to worry about the internet coming crashing or Pinterest ads manager crashing or anything like that, which does happen from time to time. So I can just download it and manipulate it and make the reports prettier for clients that way. So I'm going to do it from a campaign level, and then you choose whatever objective you have it set up for. So this particular campaign that we're going to set up this customer report is a conversion campaign. Whatever you want your conversion window for, if you want it to be the date of the ad event or the conversion event, typically we do conversion events for clients. So you'll want to look at that and figure out how you want it to run. And then targeting breakdown, we don't really need it to be broken down by specific targeting. I just want whatever is in the campaign. And then we know we have a campaign ID, and we're going to paste that in. And now we need to check off all of the things that we want to be in the report. So I normally just do the same table that I just showed you a moment ago. So we do details, and I don't really need. So this is the status, if it's on. We like spend, impressions, clicks, saves. I don't care about earned metrics, conversions. In fact, I just want to go ahead and remove most of this. And then I want to come in here and just add my own stuff. So I want to know the spend, and I want to know the frequency, the impressions, CPM. I don't care about objective. I want engagement. I want pin clicks, click-through rate, cost per click, saves, outbound clicks, and conversions. Actually, no, I don't want conversions in this one. And then I want schedule budgets and bids. I want daily. I don't set any campaigns to lifetime. So if you're setting lifetime budgets, then you may need to change that. Then I want checkout conversions. I want these top 4. Sign up conversions. I want the first and the third. Add to cart conversions. I want the first and the third. And then custom, if you have custom conversions running, you may also want those. And then there should be, oh, I did sign up. So that's it. And then you can actually drag and drop these in whatever order you actually want them to be in. So I typically do impressions like in this order. This is how I manipulate my data. But you can drag and drop these if you want to. You can't drag and drop them in the table in the ads manager, but you can in this report, and that's how it will set itself up. And then down here, we're going to do monthly, and we want it to repeat every Monday. So whatever day of the week you want it, and I want it to be the last 30 days. And then I want to do the total breakdown by month. And then you can actually set it up to send it to yourself. How fantastic. So you would just put your email address in. And if you wanted this report to go like to an ads manager, you could actually set it up to go to them. So if I wanted to set it up to go to my assistant, I could also do that. And that's it. And you would click run and save. And then you would repeat this process if you wanted to do weekly reports. So for this particular campaign, it's going to send me a specific report every 30 days, and then it'll be ready for you to download right here. And it can also, it'll also email it to you. So if you wanted to repeat that process for weekly, or if you wanted to repeat that process for all of your campaigns, you would just leave it as is. You wouldn't do an advanced filter, and you would just set it up to be campaign level, whatever objective you're doing, conversion window, again, choose that. I would leave this targeting breakdown as is, and then you just come back in here and add that information in again. So that's it. I hope that this helps and you can manipulate your Pinterest ads reporting a little bit easier. If you have any questions, let me know. Well, that wasn't so hard. It's really just a matter of knowing what buttons to push, where to find them, and really, how to set up those reports. So I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you liked this one, then why don't you just join the community and hit that subscribe button? Obviously, there's no pressure, okay? We don't have to be friends. But if you liked it, head on over and watch our Pinterest ads tutorials. I have all sorts of ads tutorials in there. I'm going to be filming some updated ads tutorials as well because there are some new stuff. There are new changes coming down the pipe. So stay tuned for those, and I will see you next time.